Please welcome Lauren Glass. See? They really like you, Lauren. This is gonna be great. Do you have the clicker? We need the clicker up here. She's not gonna be able to do a presentation without that. So this is our first presentation. We'll see 5 in total. And let her get her stuff. So your 5 minutes begins now.
Okay. Well, after Ron Clark, I feel like I need to do some kind of dance or something. But I'm Lauren, and I have an idea, like a really, really great idea. But before I share that with you, I need to set the stage just a little bit. So, by a show of hands, who in here has a bed? Okay, looks like everybody. Cool. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my bed. It's a family heirloom. It's been passed down for several generations. I have a huge down comforter on it, 6 pillows, topped with a blanket that I've had since I was a baby. Oh, yes, so awesome. So now I have to tell you something else. Right now in Atlanta, there are kids getting ready to go to bed. The only problem is they don't have a bed to describe to you like the one that I just did. People often ask me, how do you even realize that kids not having beds is such a problem? And the answer is really simple. I was at this weird time in my life where I wanted to know what my purpose was because I had no idea. And I just started praying and asking God, please, whatever it is, will you just show me that? Because I'm ready to do it. So around that same time, I started working with some social workers that I knew, and it was a reoccurring thing that I kept seeing, that there was kids, and lots of kids that did not have beds to sleep in. So now, not only am I what am I doing with my life? I'm a loser. That's how I felt on the inside. But I have this thought of these kids sleeping on the floor, and I could not shake that. So I finally put them both together, and I knew, I have to do something about this. The obvious first thing was, I've got to raise money to buy beds for these kids. But how am I going to do that? Well, there was only one obvious answer, and that was to start a pillow company out of my living room. And so began Throw, a pillow company with a purpose. With each pillow we sell, it helps fund a bed to a child in need. So, yeah, really excited about that. But, yeah, come on, that's awesome. Okay, so since launching sales last October, we have grown out of my living room. We now have a manufacturing partnership with the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind. So now when you buy a throw pillow, not only are you helping give a bed to a kid, but you're also helping provide a job to the visually and hearing impaired. So I know... So I know what everybody's thinking. I'm going to go ahead and say it. That is so much good. We just did our first trade show last month, and it was awesome. Throw is now in 11 retail locations, including West Elm, which I'm personally so pumped about. And there we are at the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind. So now I'm at a very transitional time in the business. Things are really starting to move, but it's more clear to me now than ever before that what my company needs to get to the next level is it needs my time. And I still work a full-time-ish job that it's really starting to interrupt things. So if awarded this $5,000, I'm going to make the riskiest and honestly the scariest decision I've ever made in my entire life up to this point, and I'm going to quit my day job because I know that I'm at the point that every entrepreneur has been to where it's time to see if your idea has what it takes. And I know that Throw has what it takes, and that's why I'm on this stage telling you about it. But I am human, so when the doubt starts creeping in, I remember Ethan. Ethan's an 8-year-old little boy that we were able to give a bed to around Christmas time. He had a really bad home situation, and I found out he wasn't getting anything for Christmas, but he also didn't have a bed. So, obviously, we're going to help him. His mom didn't tell him what he was going to get, just that there was a surprise coming to him that night. So she said he waited by the door all day long. When we walked in, he immediately started crying, I just brought in a MacBook or an iPad or something, and he just kept telling his mom, I could hear him saying, I knew I was going to get a bed for Christmas. It's the only thing that I wanted. And that night is burned forever in my memory. So when I start to get scared about the decision that I'm ready to make, I remember Ethan, and I remember that he's why Throw exists, and that I believe so deeply in our mission and all of the lives that we're going to be able to change through our program. So my question is, will you help me?
Wow. That was great. You're doing awesome. I'll take that. Okay, come. Sure. Let's talk, baby. Just right. Hold this. That was a great start, right? That was awesome. Okay, Brittany is going to ask us one follow-up question.
Great presentation. I
Thank
know
you.
it has taken so much passion, and I can tell by your excitement that it's just personal, and that's huge for starting something. How are you bringing people along with you in this journey? Are you surrounding yourself with a group of people that have supported you since the beginning, and how are you going to attract more people?
So honestly, I've done the same thing from the very beginning. Obviously, I'm a talker. If you know me, you know that. And I knew from the time I had the idea that it was going to work and that I didn't know how to do it. So I would just, whoever would listen to me, and still whoever listens to me, and sometimes I'll harass Jeff, like whatever I need to do, but I will tell them, I don't know how to do this, but this, I see it, and I need to make it happen. So, I mean, I just plan to keep finding the people that do know more than I know and surrounding myself with them, so.
That's great. Thank you, Lauren. You good? You're all done?